Welcome back, everyone, man. Welcome back. Thank you for everybody that has subscribed, who hit the like button, and who shares these videos, man. It definitely helps, and I appreciate it. I just want my information to be able to get out to as many people as possible, or anybody who needs it, because when I was looking, I couldn't find it. So with that being said, this is an episode of Let's Talk. I want to talk about, how do I buy a house? I keep getting that same question, and I want to continuously push on it over and over and over every year, maybe 4 or 5 videos every single year, because the process is going to change every single year. Right now we're in COVID. The lending side has really good interest rates. COVID is making it difficult to be able to walk into homes, and health-wise and things like that. People are losing their jobs. So let's go back over this again. Let's get into this video of Let's Talk. All right, so for those of you who are brand new to the channel, my name is Darrell Coleman. I'm a realtor here in Phoenix, Arizona. I work out of the Litchfield office of Berkshire Hathaway. I love what I do, not even kidding. This is a part-time gig for me. So if anybody tells you you can't do this part-time, that's not true. If anybody tells you you're not going to be tired doing this part-time, that is true. Just kidding. You're going to be exhausted. You're going to be tired. You're going to be worn out. But anyway, if you want to do it part-time, just know that it's possible. You can get it done. I've been doing it for 3 years now. July was 3 years, going on my 4th year. It doesn't get easier to work in real estate and to have a full-time gig. But what it does do is, let me make sure I say this right, is you actually get a schedule. You start becoming familiar with what schedule you can do and what you can't do. And you start to become flexible, okay? So you'll figure out what works for you. If you don't, you're going to crash out and burn, but figure out what works for you and do it. So let's go ahead and jump into this, okay? Gone are the days where you need 20% down. You don't need 20% down anymore to purchase a home. Back in the day, you needed 20%. Let's look at easy numbers. A $100,000 home would require $20,000. That's 20%. If you can just come up with $20,000, you need to become an investor. Like, not even kidding. Call me up if you're in the Phoenix area. Even if you're not, call me anyway, because you're able to save money and I'm not. And I need some expertise on how to save money. Plus, I need you to buy some property with that $20,000. You might need more than that, but even still, we can buy, some apartments or something like that. I don't even know. Let's just partner up, man. Let's just make this happen. But gone are the days where you need 20% down. You don't need it anymore. Okay. Now you actually have the option of doing 3 to 3.5% down. And if you're a first-time home buyer, depending on the programs, now I'm not the lender. So disclaimer, I am not a lender. I am a realtor. Please advise with a lender, a professional lender who does this day in, day out, who knows the regulations, not somebody who's been out of the game for 10 years. That's not going to help you. Don't ask your other realtor friends. It's not going to help you. The lender. Now, you can do the 3.5% or 3% down. And with the first-time home buyer, I'm just saying this because I've had clients use it, you can now utilize that in order to have your down payment. They cover your down payment for you. That's how simple it is now. So you don't even need 20%. You don't even need the whole 3.5 or 3%. All you need to do is have a steady income and certain qualifications, and I'm not going to name them all because it's different for every item or every loan that you're going to do. But have all those criteria met that the lender is needing you to meet, and you may qualify for a lot of these things, okay? So you don't even have to come out of pocket for that item, the down payment, all right? Yeah. So there's other costs that go in there, but the down payment might be covered, all right? Now, the next thing is You need to save up around 6 to 8% in a savings or wherever you need to save it, under the mattress, in your sock, I don't know. Maybe save it at the neighbor's house. Just kidding. It won't be there when you go back to get it if you save it at the neighbor's house, I'm going to tell you. But let's go back to the same example. If you're going to purchase $100,000 worth of home, condo, townhouse, whatever, I don't care. Let's just say $100,000 is the number we're working with. You need anywhere between 6% to 8%. All right, sitting in your bank, money available, ready to roll. Okay, that is for if you're using your own money to make the purchase. You're using your own money in order to put the 3% down or the 3.5% down. You're using your own money in order to do the closing cost. You're using your own money for the appraisal, for the inspection, maybe the HOA transfer fees, maybe the home warranty. All of these things are going to come into play. HOA transfer fees, sometimes they range from $125 to $400. It could be more than that though, depending on where you're at. Right now I'm in a deal where the HOA fees, not just the transfer fee, the HOA fees are being split. And even that split is anywhere between $3,000 and $5,000. So it's very important to know where you're trying to look at to live. Okay, for you, not for me, for you. Okay, because those fees vary depending on where you're going. So pay attention to those, very, very, very close. Anyway, 6 to 8% of the total cost of the home. I'm only using $100,000 to be easy on numbers. I'm not a mathematician. I'm not really that good. So if it's 200,000, you're going to need more. If it's $1 million, you're going to need 6 to 8% still. Okay, 6 to 8% still. And then there may be some other fees that are on top of that. So I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and advise you on that. You need to be advised by the lender on what the costs are. And then whenever it comes time to make the purchase, then your realtor is going to actually advise you. Yes, the realtor, not myself at the time, unless I am your realtor, but the realtor will advise you on how much the HOA transfer fees are, how much the closing costs estimate could be. Those are all things that are going to be changing depending on which property you pick. So 6 to 8% is a very, very, very comfortable number. Even lenders suggest that as well. So 6 to 8% should be saved up either in the bank, your sock, wherever. All right. So after you've done that, now you have the money or the funds ready to start looking at a home. First thing you want to do is go to your lender to get pre-approved. Please be pre-approved, because the only other way you're going to come without a lender is to have cash. If you don't have cash or a trust fund or something that's going to pay for this bad boy, or LLC, you need to get pre-approved. So come with a pre-approval letter that allows the realtor and the buyer, the seller and buyer, to understand, hey, this is your buying power. If you don't have that, we don't know what your buying power is. After you get your pre-approval, find a realtor. Your realtor is the one who's going to help you, myself, all right, in Phoenix, Arizona. I'm going to help you narrow down your search, okay? Narrowing down your search is very important, because if your pre-approval says $250, we're not looking at something that's $400,000 unless you have $150,000 cash to be able to cover that extra expense. Most people don't, so we're not doing that. We're staying within your range, and my job is to reel you in and make sure you understand your range and stay within that. So we find a home, okay? We've looked around, we got your pre-approval, we found a home. Now what we're gonna do is actually put in an offer. We put in an offer on that home. It gets accepted. Sweet. Now we're running. Once it's accepted, we have a 10-day, and this is in Phoenix, Arizona, Other places are different. And some homes actually have different specifications. So I looked at one. It was owned by HUD. And HUD said you have 5 days. 5 days for the inspection and appraisal. So there are some terms in there you got to look. But typical in Arizona is 10 days. You have 10 days to do your inspection. Once you, as a buyer, have the inspection done, you're gonna order that thing. Boom, we open escrow. You turn in your earnest deposit. Say it's $1,000, okay? Your $1,000 earnest deposit or $2,500, whatever the case may be. I don't know how much it's gonna be. I tell my clients $1,000. Some of them offer 10,000, 15. I had to do 17.5. It changes. I can't tell you exactly what it needs to be. But say we do $1,000 for the $100,000 home. That is collected, and that same day that escrow is opened, that means the whole thing starts. We need to order that inspection. Inspection is scheduled usually 2, 3, 4 days after the escrow date, or sometimes the next day, whatever works. The realtor communicates with the seller. Now the inspection is done. Once the inspection is done, they bring that back to you as a buyer and say, these are the items that we need fixed. Roof, water heater, and your sock full of money. Okay, so now with that sock full of money, you need to have repairs. I'm just kidding. But with those 2 items that need to be repaired, you can choose, hey, the roof only had 1 cracked tile, and the water heater, the only thing that was missing on it was the tape to seal it to the top of the ceiling or something. You can be like, hey, I don't want any of those fixed. So in that, you can either ask the seller for repairs, or, and that's in a Benzer, it's called a Benzer. So in that Benzer, you're gonna ask for the repairs, or say, we're good to go. No repairs needed, okay? Then the appraisal is gonna be ordered. The lender orders the appraisal. Once that comes back and it appraises at the amount that you're actually offering for the home or more, you're good. Typically, they just say, yeah, you're good. It's worth whatever you're offering. That means the loan can now be pushed forward, saying, hey, we're able to fund this. The home is worth it. Let's do it. Now, if the home came in at $90,000, you can ask the seller, will you drop the price down to $90,000, or what's the next option? The seller's going to say, you come in with 10 grand, and then we'll make the deal happen at 90. Or they're going to drop the price to 90. So, and that's just an example. So the appraisal comes in at 100,000. We continue moving forward. The loan process begins actually to now fund the entire loan. Okay. 5 days prior to closing, you're going to do and this is here in Arizona. I don't know what it is for every location. You're going to do a pre-walkthrough. Okay. During those 5 days, the final walkthrough or the pre-walkthrough is walking through the property to make sure the property looks the way it did when you looked at it, or it looks appropriate. They didn't take items, they didn't break stuff. If there's a refrigerator supposed to be included, the refrigerator is still included. That's where you have the choice to actually walk away. And let's go back again. So you have the choice to walk away when you're doing the offer and it hasn't been accepted yet. You have the choice to walk away after the inspection. If there's some items that you disagree with, you can walk away, or you go back and forth and they say we're not repairing them, you can walk away. Once you get the appraisal back and it doesn't come in, if they don't want to drop it, you can actually walk away because now your loan isn't going to fund. Or if you do the final walkthrough and there's extreme damages to the home, you can walk away again. Those are your times you can walk away. And I'm sure there's probably more, but those are the key points of when you can walk away as a buyer. All right, so now you've done your walkthrough. You see the home is in pristine condition. You're going to continue to move forward. You have your close day. So let's say Friday. This Friday is your close day. We're on Wednesday. Friday is your close day. You're going to sign either the paperwork today, tomorrow, or Friday, whatever's going on. Some places are, and I'm dealing with this now, are doing the signings today because they have the offices closed. So they send a notary to the location, do the signing, there's a dead day in between. So like a no work day or something like that. I don't know. And the next day, which is Thursday, the paperwork is now taken to wherever it needs to be taken to, checked out, balanced, whatever else. Now on Friday, that's all recorded. And it's all recorded with the court. So now it's good. The paperwork, money, all that stuff is all transferred back and forth to whoever, buyer, seller, lender, title company, great stuff. Now you're closed, okay? Here in Arizona, say you close at 9, 10 o'clock, you may receive keys around 12 to 4. And I say 12 to 4, big window. You don't receive the keys the minute you sign. It doesn't work that way here. So it's a few hours because they have to take that paperwork and email it, fax it. I don't know. Get it over to the court. So once the court receives it, that's when they say, hey, it's recorded with the county, and boom. Now you can release the keys to the buyer. You're the buyer. Now you get the keys. Hopefully you transferred all of your items, your utilities, your, water, electric, all of that good stuff. Please do so. Gas, HOA, all of that stuff. If you have HOA, should be transferred to your name now. You don't have to necessarily do that because title does that for you. And if you've signed the HOA addendum, that's actually setting it up to do that as well, saying that you're going to be the purchaser. And this all typically takes anywhere between 30 to 45 days. You can do it slightly quicker. I'm doing one now that's 25 days. There's a huge amount of hiccups that happen in there. I guess the lender needs 35 to 45 days. To each their own. I don't know. They do their own thing. Most lenders, if I say 25 days, they're good to go. If I say 30 days, they're good to go. This one, we're purchasing through a company. They're already in a 25-day period. I said we should be good. Sent it out. We're not good. So things happen, okay? So as a buyer, just understand things can happen. Sometimes it's out of our control. We try our best to be able to get it to close on time, and it doesn't. Be prepared for changes sometimes, all right? But we do everything in our power to make sure it closes. And that is the basics of how this whole thing works, okay? When you're buying a home, those are all of the steps. But your realtor and lender and title company, we don't all work together, but we all work together to make sure your deal closes and your deal works, all right? If you like this video, please share it with somebody else who's looking to purchase a home. Please share it with somebody else that is interested in becoming a realtor. Please share it with somebody who's interested in becoming a realtor and wanting to do it part-time. Just share it as much as you can. Put it on your Facebook, put it on your social media, everywhere you can. Have your mama, your daddy, your cousins, your uncles, the neighbor, everybody look at it. Grab your neighbor that has your money in the sock and have them come check this thing out, because that's what I'm talking about. It's a dude that has the money in the sock, okay? He has the money in the sock, man. Anyway, hit the like button, subscribe. I love you guys, man. If you made it this far, put Shamrock in the comments, and I love y'all.